Samsung is altering things up in its plans for future releases, even coming off the heels of a somewhat repetitive launch event. New reports corroborate the opinion that the Z Fold 7 would not include a standard S Pen digitizer in order to save space. The report also suggests that the Z Fold 7 will have a larger screen and come in much thinner. The foldable market is seeing huge advancements, not simply in the variety of screen configurations accessible, but in how thin a foldable can truly be. The latest Oppo Find N5, for example, clocks in at 8.93mm when folded. That's actually astounding, considering the fact that a lot of slab-style phones aren't even that thin. It seems Samsung is also willing to make some modifications. Samsung might drop the digitizer from the Z Fold 7 completely, according to a fresh leak via ET News. That would imply the S Pen, as we know it, would not work in the same way. Instead of communicating with that extra pen in the phone, a new S Pen design would work like the Apple Pencil, transmitting a signal in an electrical field. This would theoretically save somewhere around 0.6mm in total between the two sandwiched parts of the panel when the phone is closed. The Galaxy Fold SE takes on this similar trait and comes in at 10.6mm. Samsung evidently isn't thrilled with that thickness for the Z Fold 7 though. Samsung hopes on getting the Z Fold 7 to somewhere under 10mm. The reports also say that the Z Fold 7 is going to sport a bigger 8-inch internal display with a 6.5-inch outside panel. It isn't known if that phone would shift aspect ratios, favoring something akin to the OnePlus Open or Pixel 9 Fold Pro. An 8-inch display would imply more room for multitasking and a more pleasant external display experience. This S Pen revelation conveniently comes as consumers are voicing concern over the lack of Bluetooth in the S Pen for the S25 Ultra. It seems the phone was equipped for such potential, but the new S Pen lacks a battery for smart capabilities. If Samsung has initiated preparations for changing the S Pen as a whole to a new tech, it would make logical that the S25 Ultra would exhibit hints of the move, but it still leaves a lot of users in the dust. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 will likely come sometime in 2025 with a redesigned S Pen and thinner overall design. There's no news on pricing, however we could expect a price rise with the added expense of a S Pen with AES technology. Samsung's Z Fold range may be behind the curve, but the company nonetheless puts out a fantastic folding phone. Yet Samsung has reaffirmed yet again that it has no intentions to manufacture a Z Fold handset with a more modest price tag. Following the debut of its region-limited Z Fold Special Edition, Samsung revealed to CISA Journal that the company has no intentions to manufacture a cheaper version of the Galaxy Z Fold. Rather than thinking of Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition as a premium product, it's a product released to broaden your possibilities. You can choose according to your liking. As of currently, we have no intentions to create a distinct product with a cheaper pricing. Over the past several generations, Samsung's Z Fold flagship has gone up and down in price, sticking at $1,799 for a few generations until moving up to $1,899 on the Z Fold 6. Price, though, has long been regarded a hurdle to actually persuading consumers to buy these products. In July, Samsung told us that most of its foldable consumers are coming from earlier generations, rather than being new to the form factor. That's also as Samsung continues to suffer with modest growth with each new generation. The Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition, unsurprisingly, is more expensive compared to the ordinary Fold 6, coming in at $2,789,601 to the Fold 6's $2,388,101, a price difference of roughly $300. A more affordable foldable appears key to growth for Samsung's book-style foldable, especially considering the Z Flip achieved fast growth after deciding on a price around $1,000, but it's unclear why Samsung continues to ignore the answer. Not only is there the next Samsung S25 Edge to ponder, which has obviously sacrificed a camera and probably also battery capacity to thin down, but now we're hearing that the Z Fold 7 could be exceedingly tiny too. In any case, ET News also claims that the folding display will be 8 inches, and the cover screen will be 6.5 inches, which would be a match with the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition, but bigger in both cases than the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. The source indicates that the Samsung Z Fold 7 will enter mass production in May, by which point Samsung will have finalized the thickness of the phone. It's usually worth taking statements like these with a pinch of salt, but we've heard from many sources that the Z Fold 7 would lack a digitizer, so there's a high chance that that much, at least, is correct. And we've also heard those screen sizes previously. Whether the phone actually will be less than 10mm thick is more uncertain, considering previous claims stated it wouldn't be any thinner than the Z Fold Special Edition. We'll probably find out in July, as that's likely when the Z Fold 7 will appear, probably alongside the Samsung Z Flip 7, and potentially even a trifold phone. Finally, the battery specs for the Z Fold 7 are anticipated to remain same from prior Z Folds. That would suggest a 4,400 mAh battery capacity with 25-watt peak wired charging and up to 15-watt wireless charging. Hopefully with a new chipset, the Z Fold 7 will still last longer on a charge than prior generations, but further substantial advancements would be appreciated given rival handsets all have larger batteries. Samsung is all but guaranteed to offer One UI 7, featuring the Now bar, new AI writing tools, the Now Brief daily summary feature, and a fresh appearance for the interface. Perhaps we'll also see some new Galaxy AI features, like how the Z Fold 6 brought sketch to image. There's still several months to go until the Galaxy Z Fold 7 likely emerges, so we'll certainly see more speculations that could affect our impression of the phone in the meantime. But as things stand, this version of Z Fold sounds like the start of some dramatic shifts for Samsung's strategy, with the new foldable going larger but losing out on stylus compatibility or significant battery life advancements. Samsung has one potential major edge though, its software and Galaxy AI. As one of the first firms to produce foldable phones, Samsung's been at the forefront of interface and feature design for these unique gadgets. With One UI making sweeping changes to the look and feel of Samsung's Android skin, and Galaxy AI proving ever more useful, the Z Fold 7 could stand out against Google, OnePlus, and other foldable makers with a mature and powerful feature set and be a competitive member of the best foldable phones. It's expected that there will be a Snapdragon 8 Elite chip within the Galaxy Z Fold 7, like in the S25 series. But there are rumors that the Z Flip 7 could employ an Exynos 2500 chip, which potentially means Samsung will give each of its future foldables its own chips. The Z Fold 7 should come with 256 gigs of storage as normal, and then 512 gigs and 1 terabyte for a few hundred extra dollars. RAM should continue at 12 gigs like the Z Fold 6. But we would not say no to Samsung boosting the RAM to 16 gigs or even higher for greater multitasking and AI performance. So, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.